guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kathryn and I talk a lot about leggings, legging dupes, affordable gym wear, etc. So if that is interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe down below so you don't miss a video. I have some good ones coming up, by the way, and some dupes for this actually. So today we're talking about the Gymshark high-waisted flex set. So this was a very hyped up thing for Gymshark. Their flex leggings might be like their most famous leggings. Like I feel like they're like kind of the original Gymshark leggings, and they made them in a high-waisted form, which is a lot more flattering because the regular flex were never my favorite leggings, just because I felt like they were really the waistband could really give you a little muffin top, which isn't cute. So these definitely help with that. But yeah, we're gonna talk about how they fit, if they are squat proof, because there was some tea on that, honestly. So we're gonna explore if these are as sheer as some may have thought, and just about everything else you need to know. Starting out with the price, these are $50 for the leggings and $35 for the sports bra. So $35 is like a decent price for a sports bra. This is kind of like, for a sports bra with this little of structure, I would say it's probably on the upper to middle end. So the original flex leggings were $38. So $50 is definitely a step up from that. And I know that Gymshark has kind of been raising their prices recently. Everyone, who shops at Gymshark knows about that. And also I know that at least for Canadian, in Canadian dollars, I think these leggings are $90. I have some people on Instagram who message me about gym stuff, and they're oh, this was $90. I have friends all around the world who are saying how expensive these are in other countries. So just about the cheapest you can get them is probably in the US, the UK, and in the US they're $50 US. The collection has a sports bra and the leggings, and it comes in the khaki color, charcoal marl, and black. I do have to say I wish that they came out with a top, because they almost always come out with a top with their collection. It's kind of weird for them just to come out with a sports bra and leggings, because some people do like to be more covered up than in just a sports bra. But yeah, so in this collection you'll only be getting the sports bra and leggings, but you can always wear, I guess they do have tops from the original flex collection that you can pair with these, but they won't be seamless. As for the material the leggings are made out of, they're made out of, I'm just gonna read it because I'm not gonna memorize these numbers, 56% nylon, 39% polyester, and 5% elastane. And compared to the original flex are 56% nylon, 41% polyester, and 3% elastane. So basically they're almost the exact same composition as the original flex leggings, except slightly more elastane. And how I feel about them is I feel like they feel really close to the flex leggings in the material. They have the same marl texture, it feels like the same thickness, but they do feel a little bit more compressing than the original flex. I don't know if that's just due to sizing. The original flex ran a little big. These run pretty true to size / slightly small. I wouldn't recommend going down a whole size, but just know you are going to get kind of a snug fit with your normal size of these leggings. So compared to the original Gymshark Flex, I would definitely say that these are a little flimsier, and there's definitely more structure to the high-waisted Flex, so it's going to offer more compression. It also, yeah, it just feels thicker. I think that look, even you can kind of tell it's pretty close, but the high-waisted Flex is definitely slightly thicker, but they both have the marled texture. And it's very similar. So, obviously if you had to compare it to a fabric, I would compare it to the Flex, the original Flex, but you're getting less, I don't know, I had some bagginess in these, even though they were at the right size. So you're getting a lot less bagginess and more compression with the high-waisted Flex. Continuing to talk about sizing, this comes in, the leggings and the sports bra both come in extra small to large, and they fit, like I said, basically true to size, if not a teeny bit small. The waistband is nice and ribbed. It's a decent height. The waistband definitely offers compression, which I love, but I definitely think that they've upgraded their waistbands from the Vital Seamless and the Ombre Seamless. With those waistbands, they stretched out really easily, but with the Camo Seamless and this Flex, the waistbands aren't stretching out. They're holding their shape much better, which I think is excellent, because who likes a baggy waistband, So it'll hold you in, and the leggings will stay up, and it's just that the waistband on this is very, very good. It's also very thick. If you're looking for a waistband height comparison, it is definitely shorter than the Vital Seamless waistband. Yeah, so definitely if you don't like how high the waistband is in the Vital Seamless, the high-waisted Flex definitely has a shorter waistband, but it also has a waistband, it's thicker than the Vital Seamless, as you can tell. It's a thicker material and it's also more structured and it's not going to stretch out as much. So some of the details, the waistband is ribbed, as you can tell, and it's very thick and compressing. And the back, you have this little widow's peak detailing, little seam, booty contour with the mesh material. And here's the logo. It's slightly raised, if you can tell, like these are slightly raised, and it's all ribbed and flush with the waistband. So I really like that, actually. One difference with the high-waisted Flex is that they don't have the mesh that comes down to the leg, which can kind of cut off the length of your leg, honestly. So these are the original Flex, and the side mesh paneling comes down and kind of like goes over your calf, but it just continues on the side of the high-waisted Flex. So that's going to work to like elongate your legs a bit, and it's not going to cut off your leg line like the original Flex. So I definitely like that feature. So now to the leggings. I really love the waistband. As you can see, it hits like right where your waist should come in. It's not too long. It doesn't really look like totally a separate waistband from the leggings. It blends very seamlessly, which I like, except for the side here, obviously. People were kind of going on about the sheerness of these leggings. So this part is a mesh part. Like, you can see my hand there. I don't even know if you can see my nail color, but like I'm wearing like a light pink underwear. Maybe I'll try on like a darker pair to see if we can see that. But in terms of squat proofness, it's like it's very squat proof. Like, I did the test, I checked, I have a ring light in front of here, it's squat proof. So I know that was like a controversy for some people. I don't know about the other shades. I know the black specifically was not supposed to be squat proof, but the khaki is actually squat proof, even though these are a tiny bit tight. The waistband, it feels a lot like the Camo seamless waistband, so it doesn't feel like it's going to stretch out. It feels like it's going to hold its shape very well, which is important to me because a lot of Gymshark things stretch out very easily. Yeah, the booty contours, they hit me in a pretty good place. This hits slightly below my butt. If it was just like a centimeter higher, that'd be better, but maybe if I had a bigger butt, that would happen. It has this little peak detailing, of course the logo. It definitely feels like there's some tightness in the crotch. Sometimes Gymshark like seams aren't the most flexible seams. Like if they could use like a stretchier string, that would probably be nice. But I definitely do have that tightness in the crotch. I actually think I already see there's already a little like, oh, do you see this? There's already a little string coming off. So I don't love that. I think they could have done a better job there. But that's all honestly the same as the original Flex. In terms of length, the original Flex were too long on me, and I'm 5'9", measurements in the description below, and these fit like just perfectly. Like they go right to my ankle. They're full length, not 7/8. If anything, there's actually a teeny bit of extra room. There's like a lot more room for me on the regular Flex. So I talked about squat proofness. For me, these were definitely squat proof. I can't speak to the other colors, but I know that the black had some controversy. But I mean, this is the lightest color and these were squat proof, so it's pretty good. I did get a little bit of camel toe. You can kind of tell from the try on. I was like cringing a little bit watching it, but it's not awful because it doesn't have a front seam, so it's not like, you know, it's not doing the total double camel dividing it, you know what I'm saying? But there's definitely a little camel toe just because of how seamless the fabric is, I feel like. But I kind of get a teeny bit of camel toe on all of Gymshark stuff, and you just kind of learn to live with it. So I think that everyone's kind of over the, you know, clickbait camel toe Gymshark videos. Like, we expect a little bit at this point. Yeah, and as I was saying in the try-on, the seams here, they just feel very stiff, and I definitely felt this in the original Flex as well. Part of the reason why I don't love the Flex, and I haven't even, like, this is before working out in them, guys. And do you see, there's already like a little bit of, where'd it go? There's already like a little piece of like the string coming off. And I tend to, like, if your thighs touch at all, which like mine do, this like string will rub together and it'll kind of fray. Like, let me show you my regular Flex. Yeah, you can tell in the regular Flex that the seams have kind of just like, they're a little bit stringy, you know? They've gotten a little fuzziness because they're just rubbing together so much. These aren't the kind of leggings that I would like, so I'm a dancer. These aren't the kind of leggings I would dance in because I know that it's very restricting to try to stretch in like in a fabric like this. If I'm trying to do the splits, I really can't because the crotch just won't really give me that room that I need. But if you're just like going to the gym, working out, not doing any crazy stretching, which, you know, you probably should stretch. So I don't know, I'm just saying, not the most room in the crotch. But overall, I would give these leggings, I think that Gymshark is definitely improving their quality, but I would still give these leggings like an 8 out of 10 just because there are some things wrong with them. I definitely prefer the camo seamless. They were just, those leggings, I really didn't have any complaints. Really didn't. For the sports bra, it's the same material as the leggings, adjustable straps, cute back detailing, and as someone who has a larger chest, this is a medium support. I'm very surprised. Very full coverage, no spilling or anything. I definitely was very blown away by this sports bra. I really thought I didn't like it, but the fabric is just so, it's so compressing in the top, and like, it actually does provide some support, which is pretty good for Gymshark sports bras. Usually there's really no support going on. I did take out the removable pads though, because you could like see there were little circles. That's not cute, not cute. Okay, so first things first, you can see the little pads don't really have a nice spot, so those are just gonna come right out. I always take the pads out of Gymshark things because they're just so flimsy. Like, they really didn't think very hard about these pads. I was expecting like absolutely zero support given how open this back is and the spaghetti straps and just like this, but it's actually like, you can tell there's not too much jiggling going on, which is like actually pretty good. Like, I totally thought this sports bra was going to be like nothing for me, but I actually would give this a medium support, which I've ranted about Gymshark sports bras before, so that's a big move. So obviously this is the khaki color. These two materials are different, but it's like the material that's like a mesh on the legging, but it's a double layer, so it's thicker. I know a lot of people like this tiny logo, but I just kind of like, it's like the back is like Gymshark, and the front's like Gymshark, you know, like very, I don't know, but not even really noticeable. I think it'd be cuter if they just put one of the little sharks. I kind of like the little sharks. But I think that they could have, or just done without this. I just think it's kind of nothing. A lot of people also don't like the big lettering on the back, but I do like it. So first of all, this is in like a blush shade, and I think it goes really nicely with the color, with the khaki color. But yeah, a lot of people don't really like it, but I see what they were trying to do. Let me grab the original Flex. With the original Flex, they're so branded. Like, that's the big thing about these leggings, is how branded they are, I think. Well, that and the booty contouring. So I think they were trying to recreate that branding in like a seamless way. And I think that this is, I don't know, this is a better way to do it. If you ask me, I think it's really cute. It's in the back. It goes, the top and bottom go together. I know, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the branding for sure. The straps are also adjustable on the top, which is nice. So if you don't want it to go up as high, you can do that. But also, this is like a full coverage sports bra. I'm not spilling out of the sides. It's covering me completely on the top. So, and I got the band on the bottom. So I'm actually really happy with the top so far. But yeah, the sports bra, I would give the sports bra a 9 out of 10 if you're looking for a medium support sports bra. I do think it's really cute, and I like the back a lot, but the 9 because I don't like the little Gymshark logo. I just think it's kind of pointless. I can't really even see it. Not my favorite. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful if you're interested in getting the flex. I do have 2 high-waisted flex dupes coming up actually. Still waiting for them to come in the mail, but kind of excited about that because, I mean, these are expensive. So if you're looking for dupes, make sure to subscribe so that you are getting the news when the dupe videos are out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!